Lower Barnavon is the district of the village of Barnavon, where the remnant of the Turk Luth, the Boer clan, now dwell. Upper Barnavon. Upper Barnavon is the district of the village of Barnavon, inhabited by the ruling Ukluth Ox clan. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. When last we left off, we were sitting here talking with Nona. We are busy moving about from place to place with her, coming through all of Dunland. As you see, we had left the Tal Mathadris and we're making a circle around Galtrev here, basically seeing what groups are still loyal to the Dunland and which groups have thrown in with Saruman down here. So we had left the Tal Mathadris, we had come by Galtrev, we had gone to the Starkmoor, we had traveled to the Dunbog, we're now here in Caraglen, and she tells us we need to travel toward the Gravenwood and that there is a campsite of rangers, which I can imagine must be right here. And that we need to travel to it, as she says, as soon as we have finished here in Lower Barnavon and help them as much as we think that we can. Well, of course, you think, as you would imagine, we've helped them just about as much as we think we can. So we are going to proceed on and see if we can find this campsite she talked about. Let's see if we can head on out of here, past all of the various accoutrements of a civilization and of a quest hub, back out onto the road. Now let's see where exactly we might be going. Judging by the road here, I think we need to keep going north until we get to a road leading east, and then take the road east. Okay, so we shall do that, and we shall also do it as a travelogue type entry as well. I've got the two, as a road trip entry, sorry. I've got the two travelogue entries, as I more commonly call those. At the very beginning of this episode, they were the ones that I forgot to put on to the end of the last one, whenever we were coming up on Barnavon here in the Caraglen region. Looks like an interesting location down there. Too bad we have business on further north and east, and we're going to miss out on it. And it looks like right up here is our turn to the right. So what do we got here? We have Nakamal Scouts and Nakamal Wargs. And it looks like they are all members of the White Hand, so they serve Saruman there. Okay. Bit of a guard over the intersection here, although they're not very good of a guard over the intersection. If they let a hobbit on a horse just fly on by. Heck, the Dunbull did more to try and stop me than they did. Now I wonder, is this the campsite she was talking about? The South Gravenwood. Is this it? I said a Amlan. Okay. Yep. Go on and find Amlan on the western border of the Gravenwood. So that is what we will do here. Hello, Amlan. What is your part of this tale? Chapter 4, Book 4, Chapter 15. Friends in the Gravenwood.
A small band of Rohirrim have come to the Gravenwood.
We are well met, Gnarlo. It is good to see a friendly face. You should speak with Saradan. A small band of Rohirrim have come to the Gravenwood, and he is meeting with their leader. Their camp is to the east. Cool. So we're going to go meet Saradan again and see what's going on at the Rohirrim scout camp. What is his other quest? Dark and Lonely Forest. Aid Andrag with eyes in the forest. Let's see. A dark and lonely forest. When we first came to this place, we stumbled upon a party of Rohirrim scouts, led by Theodred, the king's son. They were attempting to creep behind the Dunlanding lines, but unfortunately for them, the Horse Lords are not the most cautious warriors. We helped them to sneak past their enemies and establish a camp here in the Gravenwood. Ceradan remained with them, believing it our mutual benefit to aid them. Their mission here might help us to regain Gwylilian's trail. You should head east at once to the Rohirrim scout camp and join with Ceradan. Take this whistle. It is made to sound like the call of a bird not found here. If you sound it, Andrag will come to take you to Ceradan. Okay, we can do that as well. Dark and lonely forest and all. Indeed, it is a dark and lonely forest. Let's mount up once more. Perhaps the Horse Lords will be quite excited to see us riding our pony in. The Rohirrim Scout Camp. So let's see where that might be. Wonder if that is anywhere close to where we've seen before the Gravenwood. Interesting looking tree, really is. Wonder if that is anywhere close to over here. What is this? A forge master? We've got, should be a stable master, a task, mailbox. There's a reflecting pool. Is this the Rohirrim? Let's take a look there and see if this is the Rohirrim camp down here that we're looking for. That is going to be kind of more to our east, isn't it? Hunting dusk warriors. Hunting dusk hounds. On the map we had, it looked like this road petered out into nothing, but it certainly doesn't look that way judging by the actual road, does it? Looks like it goes on quite well. It may start disappearing into the undergrowth here. Yep, there we go. It does kind of disappear into the undergrowth. But it took a little bit, didn't it? No, it's still going on. Still going on. I wonder why the map there doesn't show it that well. Bunch of strawberries. Let's see who we are. I am pretty awake right at the moment, I have to say. I am kind of hyped up on Turkish coffee. Brewed me a pot of it and slammed back 2 Demitosses about 15-20 minutes ago. And needless to say, the caffeine is kicking in. So we are ready for just about anything the game might throw at us right at the moment. Plus the fact I've got my Hobbit hide button down there and ready to go if I have to pretend I'm dead. If I need to pretend I'm a possum, I can play possum. Okay, now where might this Rohirrim campsite be? I'm only judging that that's what that tent actually is. And seeing that Skarn reminds me that I really need to start working on the Skarn stuff and work on getting my bunch of blueberries. Really need to work on getting my trade skills built back up again too. I'm about a I'm about a volume behind. I think I was still working on Khazad Skarn the last time that I was working on it. And the last time I was seriously working on with anybody, it wasn't Khazad Skarn, it was Khazad Iron and Khazad Copper and Khazad Tin and all the other Khazad things. Now, where is this campsite? It looks like it should be right over here. Could it be on top of that little rise there? It really does seem like it ought to be right in this area. Because that's what the tent is it not? Yep, the tent is kind of just that way. It looks like that, perhaps. Does it circle around? Looks like maybe the road circles around and goes up. Hopefully that is the Rohirrim camp we're looking for. And not an orc camp. Although I don't see how one is supposed to get up there to it. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't see any way of getting up to it this way. The further we go down, the more mountainous and cliff-like the sides are growing, so I don't think this is it. Alright, let's try approaching it from the north. Got a feeling if we keep going that way, we're just going to end up in the Gap of Rohan. So let's see if we can get to it by the northern route. Assuming that is the camp we're looking for. Interesting zone here. It kind of reminds me a lot. It's got certain aspects of kind of the northern North Downs. Once you get out of the plains area, after you get out of the farms and into the... There's a section of the North Downs with it, like a field of barrows. And a bunch of wargs and stuff like that. Ooh, White Hand Skirmishers, Dunland. Yeah, that's making me think White Hand Defiler. That's making me think that this is more Akgru. Yeah, this is more an orc camp, isn't it? So I'm thinking the first guess was right, and that it is up there with that reflecting pool and all are. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the road, take the road back to the north. Looks like we've run into nothing but orcs and their allies down this way. Yep, let's follow this. Follow it back to the north and then turn eastward again whenever when the path curves. Bunch of raspberries. Yeah, the last time I dealt seriously with any working on any trade skills, it was long enough ago that they hadn't brought the Skarn in. They were still doing, I guess at this point it would be Kalinard Skarn would be what they would be calling it all. And we were using Khazad Skarn. God knows what. They have Westfold Skarn, I suppose, and then Ithilien Skarn. I can only guess that that's the way it goes these days. And they just let you break the Skarn up into whatever it is that you feel like you need. Okay, a bunch of orcs in these parts, so keep your eyes open for that. I don't think we've actually gotten back to the main trail yet. Nope, there it is. We were still on the southern leg of it. So now that we're on the main trail again, let's keep on it until it wants to turn south. This place is reminding me of some other location too that I'm trying to put my finger on. Just having a very hard time doing it. Gravenwood. There's another one of those monster trees over there. Look at it right there, right above my head. Wonder what those are. Do indeed. Okay, are we reaching any kind of path that might lead me to where I'm thinking we want to go? Nope, looks like we've still got to go eastward for a while. And despite what the map shows, I would imagine that the path will be quite... There's another one. I imagine that the path will be quite obvious once we come to it. Possibly. Yep, there we go. Here's the fork in the road. And yes, quite obvious fork in the road. Going back into the South Gravenwood again. Bunch of strawberries. And we're... once again... Okay. So, is the camp gonna be up here? Yes. Yes, there's a stable master.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
So we found the Rohirrim Scout Camp travel location. Very good, and the Rohirrim are very friendly, aren't they? Welcome and well met indeed. Okay, do we see any? There's Saradan. All right, Forge Master, Relic Master. We got Stable Master. Milestone, Mailbox. What do the Rohirrim mailboxes look like? Oh, cool. A little horse on top and everything. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Saradan, we're supposed to be speaking with you. A healer, a reflecting pool. There's Theodred. Oh. Let's take a look at Theodred. Okay. The only time I've ever heard or seen of you in the books, you were dead. And in the movie, you look a good deal younger. You look like a much more mature man than what you looked like in the Lord of the Rings movie, that's for sure. Okay, Saradan. Is that your horse? You're always willing to lend your horse at your cabin for a ride. Let's see here.
What have you learned of the Dunland clans?
Book 4, Chapter 15, Friends in the Gravenwood. Your journey through Dunland for Lew Brennan is almost at its end, Gnarlo. What have you learned of the Dunlanding clans? Saradan listens to your report. I see. Saruman's influence is greater than we thought. It is good that you sought to help the people resist him, even if it bears little fruit. Well, I put in very little effort, so if it bears little fruit, well... This man here is Theodred, the son of the King of Rohan. He has crossed into Dunland with a small party on a similar mission to see what is happening in the heart of Dunland. Okay, so talk to Theodred here. We'll definitely do that. Hello, Theodred.
You run errands for folk long sworn to be the enemies of my people.
We are met in dangerous times, Gnarlo. You run errands for folk long sworn to be the enemies of my people. Theodred sighs heavily. It has been a long time since the Dunlandings crossed into my father's kingdoms with design of conquest. Without the urging I fear Saruman is giving to them, they would not have the courage to do so again. The wizard has done to my people a great wrong with this, and he must pay for it. My men and I forded the Eisen, and came by animal paths into this wood. That is where we encountered Saradan and learned of his mission. We would use your help, if you can spare it.
We are all ill at ease in this forest, and your ranger friend here is not the reassuring sort.
Book 4, Chapter 16, The Watchful Presence. We are all ill at ease in this forest, Gnarlo, and your ranger friend here is not the reassuring sort. My men have reported feeling a watchful presence as they walk beneath the trees. I do not like it. I have heard that Saruman can move about, unseen by mortal eyes. Could it be his presence my men have felt? If you oppose the wizard, go to these places and see if you feel a presence at them as my men do. One of these places is a gnarled tree to the northwest, and the other is a camp of Dunlandings far to the north, Uvil Cadlis, between the arms of the mountains. Okay. So we need to check near the mustering tree for signs of a watchful presence, and check in the back of Uvul Cadlis for signs of a watchful presence. We can do both of those. Indeed we can. Okay, so that is where we are going to leave off here in the company of Theodred. Nice indeed. Good to make his acquaintance, and I like your armor. All right, folks. We're going to call it there, about 20 minutes or so. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Just like I said with the LOTRO yesterday, we are going to continue on. I'm going to work on probably recording the next episode here, 442 or whichever number it is. I've already got the LOTRO in the bag, as it were. It just needs to be edited together and put together and uploaded it. So that's probably going to happen on, I'd say Wednesday. This is my last week of mandatory overtime, as we like to call it. We've had 3 months now of basically being on call just about every week. And since we're already always called in, it's essentially mandatory overtime that we're signing up for. But that is almost at an end. I can say that the paychecks for the last 3 months have been quite nice, but I will be happy to be back to having a little bit more free time than I've had lately. So hopefully the grind is getting to an end, and we'll be able to put up a few more videos a little bit more regularly. And we will see you then. Thanks for coming along. Hope you've enjoyed it. Bye bye.